some on the left say indictments are only a matter of time without citing any actual hard evidence. So what really is coming down the pike? Let's break it down with our legal eagles, former Deputy Assistant Attorney General Harry Litman and attorney Harmeet Dillon. Great to have you both with us tonight.
Hi, Shannon.
All right, I want to play what Democrat Congressman Steve Cohen has to say about potential indictments of people close to the president.
Well, I think they're getting closer to knowing that the truth's going to come out, that there was activities with the Trump campaign in Russia and releasing those hacks and guiding them to the states and the localities where they came from. Some of that was Jared Kushner's responsibilities. Some of it was Donald Jr. I think you're going to probably see indictments of both of those people.
Harry, that's a pretty bold statement.
It is a pretty bold statement, Shannon. And there are two rules of thumb here. One, Mueller knows quite a bit more than the public knows, and two, speculations about what he knows are as likely as not to be unfounded. Now, there is reason to think, based on the Michael Cohen developments, that Donald Trump Jr. in particular is in the crosshairs. He does seem to have been particularly involved in it. He does seem to have lied about it, and you could see him as a logical investigative next step. But in general, Mueller from the start has been methodical and professional, and anyone who tells you what's happening next is likely just speculating.
Okay, so we know with respect to Don Jr., he has talked to lawmakers on Capitol Hill. Senator Patrick Leahy, one of the most senior Senate Democrats, says this in a tweet a couple of days ago. He now needs to come back before the Senate Judiciary Committee in public and under oath. Now, this is provoked in part because of statements we've gotten from Michael Cohen, the president's former personal attorney. This is what Senator Lindsey Graham, a Republican, has to say about Cohen coming back to the Hill.
He's on record, Cohen is, and if he's got something new to say, don't leak it to NBC News. You need to come to either the Judiciary Committee, the Intel Committee, or both, and be willing to say what you're going to say under oath. And to every American, if I were you, I would be very suspicious of Michael Cohen right now.
Harmeet, what do you think? Who's in more trouble here, Don Jr. or Michael Cohen?
Well, Michael Cohen is undoubtedly in trouble, but for things that have nothing to do with Donald Trump or the Russia investigation. And, you know, one key tell here is that if this Cohen prosecution had to do with the Mueller and Russia investigation, Mueller wouldn't have handed it off to the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York. He would have kept it. And that would have been a clue to us that this whole investigation involves the Russia collusion. It seems not to, or he wouldn't have handed it off. So that's one. I completely agree with Senator Graham that if Mueller has something to say and he wants to say it under oath, you know, there are audiences for that. He's made some remarks that have been leaked by his, lawyers, and he's now represented by a Clintonista inside circle of the Clinton administration. And so that's, very fishy. And also, Shannon, you're a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. What lawyer does this kind of behavior? Number one, tapes his clients, throws his clients under the bus in the media, leaks to the media. This is all outrageous behavior. I think he's a very non-credible witness. And finally, I don't think that Donald Trump Jr. has anything to worry about based on Michael Cohen's uncorroborated, unverified, and frankly untrustworthy statements to the media.
Okay, so with all three of us being lawyers, I want to quickly ask both of you to respond to this idea about whether or not the president should sit down with Robert Mueller. Harry, first, what advice would you give?
It's been a flirtation for several months. It's never been real. It's bogus. The advice I would give is don't do it, because he has committed crimes, and he'll either find himself having to lie about them, or he'll cop and inculpate himself. By the way, the Cohen stuff very much concerns Trump. It just doesn't concern the Russia part of Trump. But clearly, if Cohen can be corroborated, and there's much reason to think, it's like any other trial. You have a suspicious witness, you see about the corroborating evidence. If he can be corroborated, it goes right to the president.
All right, Harmeet, he's already convicted. Harry has, judge and jury. He says the president's committed crimes. Would you tell him to testify or to sit down with Mueller or not?
Yeah, first of all, it's outrageous for a lawyer to say that, not knowing what the evidence is. That's unfortunate. But secondly, no, and hell no. The president should definitely not sit down with Mueller under these circumstances.
All right, Harmeet, we're putting you down for hell no. Harry, I think, agrees with you, maybe for different reasons. All right, Harry and Harmeet, thank you both for weighing in. Good to see you.